Okay, so we need to speak to Professor Fig to progress the next trial, because we spoke to
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
That's what he says, speak to Professor Fig. Let's find Professor Fig. Okay. But I also got another letter, so let's... Quests. Oh, okay, so that's that. So that's not what that was. I was looking for... What? Where are the letters? The old post. Hang on. The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck. Otto Dibble. Good luck. And congratulations. Okay, so polyjuice potion, that said. We've got to disguise ourselves as Professor Fig with not Professor Fig, Professor Black with polyjuice potion. My understanding of the movie and the books, yeah, that doesn't sound like a pleasant experience. Hello. All the Christmas decorations. That's cool. Okay. This way. Christmas trees. Thought they were apples on them at first. They're not, it's baubles. Right, this way. Oh, okay, so there's another quest here somewhere. Now, is it up or down? It's down.
Now, Annabelle, it was a long time ago. That life is behind me, I promise.
What are you? Okay.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Okay. Here we go. Talk to Angeline.
Is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black. Taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour, but mum's the word.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner.
Okay.
We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
Okay. Might be
Perhaps
able
I
to
could help
help.
put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower, just above the music room.
Okay.
You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I'll see what I can do.
I imagine the bells are just inside the bell tower.
It's further up for Mr. Fig. Round this corner.
Revelio.
Nothing else here. Whee! Here we go. Hello. So now we can wait for Professor Fig. And I fell asleep on the floor again.
Now here's Professor Fig. The keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
Okay.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise.
Okay.
I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle.
Okay.
You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Okay. Speak to Madam Kagawa.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp, places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this...
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry. Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Hello.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
The little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
He's having some fun conversations on the way.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Oh, hello.
Here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt! Where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes! Mixed with, bubo tuber pus makes a fine, mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
I think she's having a little bit too much fun with this.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
How do we get to the Great Hall?
configuration would be too difficult.
This way and through here. Hang on. Hello.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I...
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumours of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's loyalists.
Oops!
Goodness! You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never...
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wow. I heard something. Oh, I can't use Revelio at the moment. Oh, that... Okay, so there's a page right here. I'll have to come back.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Hello.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Okay. Let's go around this corner.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked.
It did
now,
work.
To speak the password to the gargoyle.
Okay. Polyjuice potion. And let's get this page while we're here.
Revelio.
The ceiling of the Great Hall has been bewitched to mimic the sky above the castle. And it's snowing, apparently. Hang on. Hello.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
How is your mother doing?
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way, but that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes, although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
That's cool.
Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Right, so, Headmaster's office. Oops, wrong way. Oh yes, it's at the top of the staircase, isn't it? And further up. Getting to know my way around a little bit. Just a little bit. But not all over the place because it's still so easy to get lost. We really did a good job with that. Up the stairs. You'd certainly get your exercise up and down these stairs every day. Okay. Oh, there's a page.
Revelio.
This unusual suit of armour was crafted for a troll. That it has survived at all is astonishing, since trolls do not ordinarily wear armour and would understandably be prone to smashing it in confusion or anger. Okay. Yeah. There's another one.
Revelio.
A set of armour for a house elf is rumoured to have been made by a cruel wizard who wanted this elf to protect him in battle. Happily, the wizard was too dense to realise that armour could in fact be considered clothing. The moment the elf donned it, he disapparated right out of it, never to be seen again. Makes perfect sense. Because it is a type of clothing. So a little dot. Apparently not. 15th of February 1851. This morning's crystal gazing was most discouraging. I was initially thrilled to see the Ministry of Magic in my future. The Otterium appeared to me clear as day. I've always dreamed of working there. However, as the Otterium dissolved into a sea of brooms, endless rows of them, my elation turned to despair. Am I destined for a future in a broom regulatory control? The tedium would rival the song of a whooper for my sanity. For now, I must accept I am simply not naturally inclined towards divination, although perhaps I have some subtle skill in that I can sense that. Likely so. Okay.
Revelio.
It's a chest. Okay. Another room? I guess not. Kind of look like doors. But I think only the single one was, wasn't it? That's cool.
Revelio.
Here's a lock. It's a level 3 lock.
Alohomora.
Okay, let's go around here.
Revelio.
Okay, search you. Search you. Another chest, and there's something blue there. Dear darling sister, delighted to receive your recent towel. Sounds as if you are, as usual, rising to the challenge presented by not only the students but also a certain headmaster. Your patience knows no bounds. Speaking of patience, thank you for all that you've done for Gareth. Your instincts are sharp indeed. A delicate balance of discipline and creative encouragement is all he needs. I confess I'm glad that his fellow students have replaced his own family when it comes to trying out his latest brews. Marvellous how he spins it. You're the first lucky ones. Never mentions the possibility of untoward reaction. Well, I must be off. Apologise for the short note. Seems the youngest has got herself into a bit of a predicament. Tossed a garden gnome into the neighbour's dirigible plums again. Anyway, hope to see you at the holidays. Sending my love, G. Okay. So this is the room for Professor Weasley. Anything else down here?
Alohomora.
Okay. Should get us that one.
Revelio.
Okay, so I've got a chest. Another chest. Anything else? Nothing that way. Okay, there's a couple of things there. Chest. Another chest. And another letter. Professor Hecate. As discussed, I have corresponded with my goblin acquaintance at Gringotts. All have condemned Ranrock's actions, and some have privately considered that his motives may not be what they seem. From what I've heard of his treatment towards others of his own kind, those who refuse to join his ranks, I am inclined to agree with our friend at the bank. I will let you know what more I hear. Suffice it to say that for now we must remain vigilant. Respectfully, Aesop Sharp. Hey. Kind of expected the teachers to be in the faculty tower. I guess some of them are here. Apparently it's locked. Okay. And we don't have an unlock for that yet.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Revelio.
Right. The staircase that leads to the headmaster's office is guarded by an enchanted gargoyle that will let only those who know the password enter, though anyone choosing to visit the current occupant of the office is difficult to fathom. Okay, so Whisper the password.
Toujours pure.
Okay.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
There's a chest up there. And a letter over there. Not all headmasters and headmistresses enjoy reveling the day-to-day challenges of running a school of witchcraft and wizardry. Some prefer to enjoy a well-earned nap when possible.
Alohomora.
Now, it's a case of trying to get this stuff because I'm just wondering if getting back here might be an issue afterwards. Or will it be a case like the faculty tower where after you've snuck in the first time it doesn't matter? Hence the grabbing stuff on the way through. So they all like their naps.
Revelio.
Okay, so we've got a letter. Dear Phineas, the children have been asking about your return. Lavinia in particular chooses to do so each day at breakfast and is engulfed in a sulk when I remind her that you are ensuring the quality of future education. Sirius and Phineas rarely send me an owl, although when they do, they never mention you. I'm certain they're proud of you and all that you're doing for Hogwarts. Having one's father as headmaster is a tremendous honour. Merlin helped me. Sirius is now crawling and follows Arcturus about like an unwelcome shadow. Arcturus is begging for an invisibility potion, and frankly, I can't blame him. I'd be tempted to brew one if it weren't for the eternal snivelling that Sirius would regale me with. Perhaps we shall see you during the next school holidays, but please don't feel any obligation. We can manage Ursula. Sounds like he has a lot of kids. And I wonder if two of them are actually here at the school. That kind of sounds like it.
Revelio.
I can hear a sound, so it sounds like there's something about. Up there. Okay. Okay, so that's how that starts.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber.
I was hoping
and read the book
we could
that
sneak
appears.
by and check things first. What will I find in the book?
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more.
Okay.
You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
Very well.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Okay. That's okay then. It didn't just pop me into something. Apothecary receipt. Cure for boils, 1 vial. Right, so that's where that is. We'll go there in a minute. Can I go this way? Apparently not. Maybe I have to do the quest before I can do that.
That must be the pedestal.
Okay. Okay.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Okay.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Shadow. Okay. It looks like we need to sneak through. Okay.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
Yep, they're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
Okay. Can I sneak by? Nope. They're facing this way. Make your way through the town without being seen. What are you going to do? Are you going to move? Or are you going to stay there? I think you're staying there, aren't you? Can't go that way. There's another way down here. Nope. So I guess crossing over is the only way.
I need to time this just right.
Down here.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Gonna turn around. Okay, let's sneak past this back. Okay. So this way.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Okay, so up the ladder. Make your way through town without being seen still. Okay, this way.
I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere.
Hang on.
I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Okay.
That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them.
Uh-huh. How do we pass? Looking this way. And on the next one. Where are you facing? You're facing that way at the moment.
Nothing this way, but more danger.
Mm-hmm.
There must be another way to find you.
Okay.
I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
Okay. So there's got to be another way. I guess.
That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
I guess that's Wiggenweld potion. Stairs. So what's here? Oh, okay. It blended in very well.
Now's my chance.
Okay. Definitely a little weird.
That's the way forward.
Okay. Okay, so mysterious cloak.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Okay. And a new gate. Hang on. So we need to go this way? That seems weird. Why would a gate open but we need to go that way? I think Oops. Oh,
They
okay.
can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
Invisibility cloak. Where's next?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but
Okay.
this time you will be unable to hide.
Okay.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
Okay, so okay, so I only have the 4 spells, I think.
Revelio.
Huh? So So we need to head that way. Okay, so that opens up the new way forward. Okay. Come on, move.
Descendo. Bombada. Also. Descendo. Descendo. Defendo. Bombada.
Okay.
Revelio.
So that to get rid of them all before it'll open the next path up. Okay. Hey. We need to head that way, but yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I was on the wrong screen. I dislike it when it right, so so we've got another troll incoming. Okay, so what are you going to do next? Okay. Whoa, can I dodge? Bye-bye, Tron. Had I got that potion just in time? That was a close one. Go through further? Yep. It's looking like it's the Deathly Hallows we're collecting. With the cloak, the wand.
Simple stone.
And the stone.
This must be for me.
Yep, the Deathly Hallows. Where to next? Complete this trial.
Finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
Complete the trial of the stone. Okay.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear sweet Neve. Dead.
Neve! We won't be the same without her.
Okay.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Ah, pensive.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
True. Without the bad, there can be no good. Without the good, there can be no bad. Hey.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop.
all of us.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Oh dear. That's not good. So I guess she put pain in the repositories. And that's what Ranrock's using.
Revelio.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
Okay.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Okay. So we will leave it there and see what we get up to next time. Quest completed. Meanfield Fitzgerald's trial.